Alright guys, today I'm going to attempt to show and teach you how to ride a motorcycle, because you may never know when you will need to conduct one or have to ride with someone. To start off, I will show you the important parts of the bike that you will need to know to be able to ride with confidence and so you know what you are doing. Some of the major parts are going to be the kill switch, which is right here, which turns on the engine on emergencies, and the choke, which warms up the bike right here. The gear shift is right there at the bottom. The kickstand, and then the pedals if you need to, and then the brakes. Here is the right brake, the front brake. This kick thing is on the back brake, and then here's the clutch. This is the accelerators. Another important part we need to know is the horn, which is this little button right here, and then the lights, obviously. The starter button to once the motorcycle is warm, and then the turn signals. Alright, so you guys will notice that the bike is leaning on one side due to the kickstand, and because of this you might find it easier to hop on the bike from the side that it's leaning towards. Alright guys, so once you're on the bike, you have to make sure that you put the key in, you turn the bike on, and then you'll see that it's in neutral, and then you want to put the kickstand up. Make sure you keep it balanced because it's really heavy. And then to turn it on, you have to make sure that you turn the kill switch off, or else the bike won't turn on. And then along with the kill switch, you have to make sure that you turn on the choke, because the bike is cold right now and no one's been on it, and you have to warm it up. And to warm it up, it takes approximately 2 to 5 minutes. So it's really pretty loud, and I'm gonna show you guys how to turn it on. Once the bike is warm, you have to make sure that you put the kickstand up, or else the bike will not move or turn on as a failsafe. And once it's up and everything's warm, you're gonna make sure you put your bike in first gear, and you have to listen to the click on the gear shift, which is right there by the foot, which I showed you earlier. Here, listen to the click, and that's gonna be in first gear. So once you're in first gear, you want to hold the clutch, and to get the bike moving, you're gonna want to release the clutch slowly and put a little bit of gas. And the most important part is you have to listen to the engine, because that's going to tell you how much gas you got to put in while releasing the clutch. Because if you just release the clutch without putting any gas, it's going to turn off on you. And then if you put too much gas and you release the clutch, it's going to make you like pop a wheelie or something. You're going to fall off. So what you want to do is really listen to the engine, because the engine will tell you how much it wants. It's going to tell you to want more gas to accelerate or decelerate, or to change gears. And the important part about the engine is that if it doesn't get enough gas, it'll turn off on you. Once you're riding the motorcycle, and to increase the speed, so once you're in first gear, you want to go to second gear. So while you're riding, it is going to go up to a certain amount of speed, and you're going to listen to the engine. It's going to ask for more gas or to accelerate. So what you're going to do is you're going to let go of the accelerator, not completely, but like make sure you're not putting any gas. Hold the clutch while you're riding, and you want to kick up on the gear shift, and you're going to hear another click or feel it while you're riding, and then you're going to go up a gear, and you're in second gear. Same thing goes for decreasing speed. So like say you're like a couple yards from a stoplight, and you want to decrease, and this process is called downshifting. And to downshift is the same thing as going up in gears, but it's more complicated, because what you want to do is you want to hold the brake or both brakes if you need to, and make sure you're watching the speedometer, because once it gets to a certain speed, you have to change down the gears, or else it's going to mess up the bike. So what you're doing while downshifting is you're holding onto the clutch and the brake, and then while going down, you're going to kick down instead of going up. You're going to kick down, and then you're going to be going down in gears. And then if you want to get to a full stop, you're going to have to make sure you're holding the clutch and the brake, because if you just hold the brake, the bike will stop and it'll turn off. And you don't want that, and you want your bike to turn off in the middle of the road, obviously. So what you want to do is you want to be holding the clutch and the brake. And then to keep going again, you're gonna have to just do the same process. Let go of the clutch a little bit, put a little bit of gas, make sure it's in first gear, and then you're gonna keep going, and then go up in gears. Riding a motorcycle is pretty interesting, but for the people that don't find it interesting, or like don't like need this, like that's not necessary for them, it is kind of necessary, because if you know how to ride a motorcycle, it makes you a better passenger. And if you're a better passenger, it's more safe for everyone, you know, because you may never know when you have to ride with someone, and having a passenger while you ride is pretty difficult, because they also affect how the bike moves, because their weight counterbalances yours, or like if they lean too much, you might fall off. But just knowing this skill or ability to drive a motorcycle is just better, because you may never know when you might, like, this might be the only motor transportation or you have to ride with someone. So if you're a better passenger, it's safer for you and the driver. So that's pretty important of why the bike affects all of us. That's it, guys. Thank you for your time, and see you next time.